Good evening, viewers, and welcome to tonight's regional news. We begin with news from Haiti. The death toll from a devastating earthquake in Haiti rose to 1,297 on Sunday as neighboring countries rushed to send aid and rescuers scrambled to find survivors buried beneath the rubble before a tropical storm hits. The 7.2 magnitude quake on Saturday destroyed thousands of homes and buildings in a Caribbean nation which is still clawing its way back from another major trembler 11 years ago and is reeling from the assassination of its president last month. Haiti's Civil Protection Agency said the toll from the disaster had climbed to 1,297, and the hospitals that were still functioning were struggling to cope with some 5,700 injured people registered so far. The rescue and aid efforts will be complicated by Tropical Storm Grace, which is expected to lash Haiti with heavy rainfall on Monday. Some parts of Haiti are also at risk of flash flood, the U.S. National Hurricane Center said. And now for news from the twin island of Trinidad and Tobago. With the arrival of 305,000 Pfizer COVID-19 vaccines in Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says schools will finally be able to reopen after almost a year and a half of closure if parents consent to have their children vaccinated. Rowley issued an appeal to parents during a news conference at the Diplomatic Center in St. Anne's on Saturday to bring their children who are within the 12 to 17 age group out to get vaccinated. Last week, Trinidad and Tobago received a donation of Pfizer vaccines from the United States, which the U.S. Embassy said was the first batch of more than 908,000 vaccines it intends to donate to this country. Meanwhile, it was also reported that the Ministry of Health is witnessing an uptick in the number of pediatric COVID-19 cases, 3 of which are currently warded at hospital and are severely ill. The revelation came from the ministry's principal medical officer of health, Dr. Marian Abdul-Richards, on Saturday. She revealed that these children were being tested for the presence of the more highly transmissible Delta variant. The country confirmed its first cases of the Delta variant last Thursday in 2 unvaccinated nationals who recently returned to the country. In Jamaica currently is seeing a third wave of COVID-19 infections across the island, leading to all large hospitals there being over their capacity for admissions. The permanent secretary in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Dunstan Bryan, recently revealed that as COVID-19 cases continue to climb across the island, the ministry has had no choice but to recall some healthcare workers from vacation, particularly for the Western region, which is the hardest hit. The University Hospital of the West Indies issued an official statement admitting that it was at capacity for treating patients confirmed with the COVID-19 virus. As at Monday, 96.1% of COVID-19 positive patients at the hospital were unvaccinated and the remaining 3.9% received 1 dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine. And finally, on the international scene, the Taliban has declared war in Afghanistan after its fighters swept into the capital Kabul and President Ashraf Ghani fled the country. Chaotic scenes at Kabul's international airport turned deadly Monday as thousands of Afghans scrambled in the hope of catching an evacuation flight after the Taliban's takeover of their country. U.S. troops shot and killed 2 armed men at the airport, according to a U.S. official. The armed men approached U.S. troops deployed to provide security and assist Americans and other individuals in a safe departure from Afghanistan, the official said. The official also said at least 3 Afghans clinging to the side of an Air Force jet were run over and killed. Video images showed people holding on to a military plane moving along the tarmac and appeared to show 2 objects fall off when the aircraft was hundreds of feet in the air. And that is all for your regional news. Thank you for joining. Good night.